The idea of anxiety for most people stops them in their tracks. It doesn't allow them to live their life in a way that seems normal, that seems functional in everyday life.
So, at the moment I've just pulled over. I've just been thinking a lot about what I wanted to talk about. The whole purpose of making the kind of documentary for me is just to kind of explore the idea of how people experience something that is so widely spread but so widely misrepresented in a way. I think the idea of anxiety or a panic attack is one that everyone faces in their own way, but also in a certain amount. Everyone faces it a lot differently. Having a panic attack, or experiencing a panic attack in a way, is something quite hard to describe, I'd say. I'd say it's something like, you know, that moment when you take a step down the stairs and you kind of miss a step, in a sense, and your stomach has that lurching feeling inside it. So I've arranged a few interviews. We're gonna go meet a few people and see how, I don't know, just ask them a few questions, see what they're up to, see what they're doing, and see how that turns out, and hopefully we can get some good answers.
Decided one day to go to the woods nearby their house and go mushroom picking. But my cousin assumed that he would know exactly which types of mushrooms would be the right ones to go for. Collect up a whole bag load and take them back to the house, and my great aunt cooks up this big risotto dish for us with the mushrooms inside, and we start eating into it. And all of us start to feel really funny, really weird, all pretty much at the same time. I think something's not quite right here. And then everything seemed to kind of spiral out of control. And time seemed to just slow down massively, and had no real concept of what was going on or anything like that. And I lose a load of time. I lose loads of kind of recollection of what's going on, and memory of what's happened. And there's little kind of blurry moments still mixed in there, but it turns out that we'd picked a load of magic mushrooms out in these woods, and my aunt had cooked them all up, made them into this risotto, and then we chowed into it. Luckily, my great aunt decided that she wasn't that hungry, so didn't have any herself, but me and my cousins were just really not in a good state, really not well. And I remember just feeling panic, just absolute panic come over me. The anxiety that I felt because of it was just intense, really intense.
To understand myself more, to like myself, to realise that everything I do that I felt was so wrong and bad and I was being judged was just perfectly normal, that everybody struggles with these things. But when you suffer with anxiety and depression, you think that you're the only one. Nobody can possibly understand. I think in a nutshell, I feel that I'm able to talk about it because I don't want people to feel how I did. It's quite odd really, because I'm in a really good place at the moment, and I have really suffered with depression, anxiety, panic attacks, and I'm 42, and I feel that I've only just grasped all those things. Looking back when it was really not good, it was awful, and I just couldn't function. Didn't like myself. I really didn't like myself. Weakness, just nothing, just waking up, not really looking forward to the day ahead, because everything was a chore. It's all humdrum. But yeah, having my first panic attack was not nice. It wore me out. Being in that shop, queuing up after being off work with depression for 3 months, not really knowing that I was suffering with anxiety, and then having a panic attack just out of the blue. Queuing up, thinking the ground was going to open up and eat me, felt like everything was moving, my heart was racing, I was sweating, just wanted to get out of that shop, but I couldn't move, I froze. And then my purse fell on the floor, all the money came out, I should have picked it up, but instead I ran out the shop, went home, cried, felt really bad, didn't feel like a normal person, what the hell's wrong with me? And then it just spiralled really out of control.
Hey, oh my god! Are you okay? What do you need? What's going on? Okay, deep breaths. It's fine, I'm here. That's fine, come on. Oh my god, are you okay?
You okay?
Do you want me to call an ambulance?
Do you need help?
Hold on, it's okay.
What's wrong with you? What is...
Oh my god,
are you okay?
Do you want me to call an ambulance?
What happened?
Hold on, it's okay.
What is... What's happening to your skin? What is...
Oh my god, do you need help?
Hello.
What happened?
Are you
okay? Are you alright?
Are you alright? What's happening?
Are you okay? Are you alright? What do you need? Is there anything I can do to help you?
What is...
One of those things where, people do experience it a lot throughout their daily lives in a way, but they don't really want to admit. Maybe sometimes they don't even want to admit to themselves that they're having that kind of feeling come on.
I don't know, speak to anyone about it, like anyone close, like your mum or your dad or...
No, family I've never really spoken to about it.
Yeah.
Obviously my cousins that went through the same experience, we've spoken to them at quite length about it, and we've shared stories about sort of anxious episodes that we've had in those moments, and that's been quite therapeutic really, to be able to discuss it with them and get their insights as well of how they deal with situations and how those moments for them have kind of diffused themselves or what they've done.
Because the worst thing you want to do in that situation is just like become a recluse, right? Is just to like completely lock yourself off from everyone else, and I think, you know, that's the best way to kind of deal with it all, when in reality it's not. You want to be able to speak to everyone about it.
Absolutely,
or share your feelings, and
you don't want it to limit what you do sort of day to day as well, because I mean, for me, I can't stand the smell or taste of mushrooms anymore. Just regular mushrooms. It brings back
traumatic.
Yeah, basically. But that's not. I mean, that's something that's not too limiting really to not experience that. But if it was something that was going to impact a big part of my life, it's something that you have to kind of bring to the forefront of what's going on in your life and make sure that it doesn't stop you from kind of living how you did before, basically.
How do you feel like your life would have been different if you hadn't initially, I don't know, experienced a panic attack or experienced any kind of anxiety?
I think I could have conquered the world. I think I would have been doing a job that is more important to the one that I do now. Who knows? I think having the confidence and that's what I'll try and feed into my children.
Good. And finally, if you were going to give advice to anyone who's suffering with any kind of mental illness or anxiety or depression or prenatal depression, considering you tick quite a few of those boxes, like, what would you say if you could condense it down into one word? One sentence.
You are not alone. Don't fight it on your own.